people who's coming into a new community, a new society. They don't know the habits, they don't know the cultures, they need help. So what did the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ do? Be brotherhood between the newcomers and the people of Al-Madinah. Everybody, every person in Al-Madinah, which we call Al-Ansar, took in a person from Al-Muhajirin, and they were considered brothers. And they give us an example is Abdurrahman ibn Auf, one of the companions of Rasul that came from Al-Madinah. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam made him a brother of somebody from Al-Ansar. So that person from Al-Ansar right away told him, I'm a rich person, take whatever you like from my money, share my house, share everything. So Abdurrahman ibn Auf looks at him and says, thank you brother, all I ask you is one thing, point me to the market and I will go and work, because Abdurrahman ibn Auf was a good merchant. And here is an important lesson. We look at the people that's receiving the immigrants and they welcome them, but the immigrant didn't abuse him. He didn't say, okay, maybe I should take some for a rainy day and I'll take it as a loan and pay you back. No, he thanked him and said, show me to the market. Abdurrahman ibn Auf later becomes one of the richest people again in Al-Madinah, and that when he died, people said he had favors on everybody in Al-Madinah. 1/3 of the people of the Medina, he gave them charity. 1/3 he loaned them money, and the other third that was well off, he had invited them to parties and to meals and things. So everybody felt indebted to Abdurrahman ibn Auf. So here he refused, even though he was offered, and he had that nice warm feeling from his new brother in Al-Madinah, but he went out to the market to work. And this is the spirit. One side is the people who's willing to give, the other side is the people who's not taking or abusing. And one of the things we should learn is Al-Madinah's economy was built on or based on agriculture. There was a lot of fertile land and they cultivated the land. However, the immigrants from Mecca, the economy is based in Mecca on merchants buying and selling, business. So that when they came to Al-Madinah, in a way they felt out of place because the economy is agriculture. But you find them, they were willing to learn the new skills, learn the new abilities. So the people of Al-Muhajirin that came from Mecca started learning how to cultivate the land and how to work in the land. And this is a very important message. And one of the things I was discussing with a brother this issue a couple of weeks ago, and he said this is an important lesson because he said he was a new immigrant in Canada and he didn't feel his skills was as needed, but this gave him the insight that he should upgrade his skill. He should look at what's the skills required in this new society and community he's come to and develop to be able to contribute and work in this society. Another thing that really touches me, one important aspect of the Hijra is that Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he immigrated from Mecca to Al-Madinah, he was 53 years old. And at the age of 53, you want to retire and rest. Instead, he had left his home, left everything behind, and he's going to start a new society, start a new nation. It was the start of the new nation at the age of 53. Sometimes myself, I say I'm getting old and I'm tired, and then, going into my 50s, maybe it's time to relax. Because in the community and the society here, they tell you, maybe you should retire around 55 or 60. Get your retirement nest ready so you can enjoy your life at age of 55. At age of 53, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was just starting again building the nation. So every time I think of this myself, it gives me the strength and the willpower to keep going, knowing that there is time to build and do more and contribute more to this new society that has accepted. And as we said, so the society accepted the newcomers, and the newcomers contributed and integrated. And one of the important things is the full integration. One of the aspects is the newcomers would integrate into society. They marry among them, they live among them, they work among them. And this is one of the things we notice here in Canada. Some people do integrate, and some people like to live in communities of their own home, from their own background. While we look at the lesson here, is people who migrated, they integrated, they married each other, they became one society and one community. And this is an important lesson, because when we looked at the people of Al-Madinah, they welcomed the immigrants, they took them in, even though the economy of Al-Madinah was not a strong economy, but bringing all these new skills and all these new resources helped build this great nation. We look at Al-Madinah after Al-Hijra, 20 years after Al-Hijra, it became the capital of one of the biggest nations around the world. Al-Madinah was the capital. Why? Because they accepted the immigrants. They absorbed them and used these new skills and adopted Islam and used Islam as a constitution. They had a strong constitution. They had new skills that's coming in, and they applied it. And this is very important. We look at the constitution, we look at the skills, we accept them. And I always say, I look at the United States of America today, one of the greatest nations on earth. Why? They accepted the immigrants. They absorb the immigrants. They bring in the immigrants with what we call in Canada brain drain, where they accept the people and put them into society and make them contribute. And that's how you become. And this is a very important lesson, is immigrants help and contribute so long as they become part of the society and they integrate and help. And one of the important things is, that's something that Islam taught. Al-Madinah was kind of tribes that's competing with each other. There was two tribes, Al-Aws and Al-Khazraj, and they were constantly at war. But when Islam came, it brought them into brotherhood. So it brought the Aws and Al-Khazraj together, and then brought also the Muhajirin and brought them together, integrate them into the brotherhood and the love and care. And this is an important message. People have to put their prejudice aside, anything, their discrimination, come together and work together. Because in Islam, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ tells us there is no difference between people, color, whether it's color, red, white, black, or yellow, except with their taqwa, their belief, their contribution, their fear of Allah. We're all equal in front of God. So this is an important message he brought to the people of Al-Madinah: equality. We're all equal. Nobody's better. So when we look, we have to accept everybody, look at everybody as equal. And these are some of the lessons we learn from Al-Hijra, the immigration. There's so much to learn. And it touches us here in Canada, because people, Canadians, have nicely accepted the new immigrants, and the new immigrants who's come into the society, who contribute to the society, and it becomes, and inshallah, we can contribute, and it becomes, we can advance more and more, inshallah. We're coming to the end of the show. One of the important messages, I get a lot of people calling and say, we like your show, when is the next show is coming on? And I smile and tell them, the next show is soon, inshallah, but we need your help. We need your contribution. It costs money to produce this show. It costs money to go on the air. So if you'd like the show, you like the message we're giving, please go and visit our website, www.spiritofislam.com, and click on donation and donate towards this show. That helps us keep this show on the air. Or call us at 905-771-0205. So we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your feedback. We'd love to hear your comments. And inshallah, we'll talk to you soon. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.